What's going on, everybody? Gentleman94 here. Welcome back to 3GB Solo Play. We are continuing our playthrough of Demon Souls. We are picking up right where we left off from Part 5. We are in World 1-2. We are heading towards the bow here in the level, up on the tower here. So we are going to play through the level a little bit. We might do a couple of things here in the level, but our main priority here is to get a hold of that bow. If we go ahead and move down the tunnel here, we're going to run across these stupid jello guys again. These are basically little mini phalanxes. Don't worry about them. All the way on the far left, we're going to run into our good friend Ostrava. I don't know what it is about Ostrava, but he keeps getting captured. Like every single time you run into him, he's either captured or stuck, or he can't fight off all the enemies. Talk about annoying. This first little courtyard area is not really that bad. Just a couple of hidden items around here. There's one up the stairs here. Down below, you got some items there. You're mostly going to be focusing on getting through here and getting up to the dragon bridges. But while I'm here, I might as well grab a couple of the drops here. These guys actually do drop some stones, so they're not bad to go ahead and kill, especially if you're going to upgrade some weapons. They're not that difficult to kill really though, but they take much more damage from the back. They don't take a lot of damage from the front because of their shield. Oh, took another hit there. So there's other ways to do this, of course, but I'm just going to be an idiot and just slam my axe into the shield until they die. Not really sure why, but it is what it is. I've been really enjoying playing through Demon Souls, and I know I've got a couple of parts coming up that gave me some trouble. But this should be fun to get through this section. Up here is going to be one of the more annoying areas of the game. This is the Dragon Bridge. Now the Dragon Bridge is a dangerous place because you really have to be very careful. Now imagine you're a brand new player. You come up here, you see this bridge, and you may not notice the dragon flying off to the right hand side. Your first indication something is wrong are these smoking bodies here. It should give you a clue that something's not right. If you don't realize that this is a bad place to be, you're going to get caught in that dragon's breath, and that's going to kill you. But not a problem though, because we are aware of it, so we're just going to run along the bridge. And he will cover each section of bridge that you're on in fire. So you're going to want to make sure that you don't get caught in it because it will kill you. Pretty much one hit. This is the second part of the Dragon Bridge. There are 3 parts in total. We're going to get him to go ahead and burn fire that direction, and we're going to head up to the top section here. A spear guy. Here's an axe dude here. Got 2 archers coming up on the top of the tower, which we're going to take care of. Grab some moon grass. Always a good idea to grab some grass. Take care of both of these guys. Now you can kill the dragon. That's one thing that I will remind you is you can kill him. It takes a lot of arrows, and it's a good idea to have a couple buddies doing it with you because he takes a lot of time. But you can actually kill him just by aiming through these little castellations here on the first tower. We're not going to do it though because we really don't want to. So it's a catalyst, wooden catalyst, for those of you who are going to be using magic. I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you're not using magic, it's not a big deal. So there's 2 ways you can go. You can try to run up this bridge right here, which is a dangerous prospect, or you can go the safer route. Of course, here in Demon Souls, safety is a relative thing. Safer isn't necessarily that much safer, because no matter where you go, you're going to have some trouble. You always want to make sure you know what you're doing before you get into it. Keep in mind, this is the safer of the 2 routes, but it's still packed with danger. So we're down the stairs. We're going to actually head over to the left. And we're going to go all the way down the left side. Watch out for the dredgeling right there. We're going to go all the way down to the left, and we're going to rescue Ostrava. Because if we talk to Ostrava, he's going to give us, I think, a dark moon grass, possibly a few dark moon grasses. And there's going to be archers littered throughout the area, and it's very difficult to see in here, so keep your shield up, and you should be okay. Oh. couple of archers. You're probably going to get shot a few times because there's a whole chunk load of archers running around down in here. Oh, another one right to the face that time. Okay, I'm going to heal up. I think I've got them all taken care of. Over here we have a ring of gash protection. Gash resistance, I think it helps to eliminate bleeding. So it's a good idea to use that if you're using certain weapons. And here's our old buddy Ostrava. Ostrava, I can't keep rescuing you. As you can see, he gave us 2 Dark Moon Grass, and Dark Moon Grass are very helpful. They will refill a lot more energy, a lot more life than the New Moon Grass or the Full Moon Grass, and they also help to remove status ailments. So that's a nice thing. Now we're going to head back the other direction that we did not go after coming down the stairs, and we're going to have to fight a few dogs. We're going to have to fight a couple of guys here, some dredgelings. Nothing too bad, but you will want to watch those dogs. Coming up, we're going to hit about a pack of like 4 or 5 dogs, and if you're not careful, they will wreck you. They attack at such quick intervals that if you're not blocking, they'll just keep hitting you. And that could be bad. Okay, here's the first 2. Oh, see, luckily... Oh, so yeah, they hit you and they can kill you real quick. We're going to heal up just to be on the safe side. Can't be too careful in this game. Move a little more forward. Another... Oh, 3 dogs. Yep. Okay. See what I mean? They just keep on you, and if you don't know they're coming, you run up and you'll get hit with 5 of them at one time, and that will result in your death, especially because you'll run out of stamina real quick. So let's go ahead and put up the shield again. A couple more archers coming up here. Ooh, nice backstab on this guy. We're also going to run up against the Dredgeling Merchant. You may remember him from the first part of Boletaria, World 1-1. This is the same Dredgeling Merchant. You can buy the same stuff, with I think an addition of a few things, but really, it's the same stuff. I won't worry too much about it. You find all the stuff that you could ever need, so there's real no reason to buy anything next to miracles or magic. Most of the time, you will find armor, weapons, and you can then make better weapons by finding stones and upgrade equipment. So really, just if you can't help it, just don't buy anything because you really don't need it. This is the second tower in between Dragon Bridge 2 and Dragon Bridge 3. And this is where we're going to grab our bow. We've got a couple archers up here. Take care of them real quick. Okay, and this is our compound short bow with some heavy arrows. This is what we came here for. Up that direction is the Tower Knight. We're not going to fight him. We're instead going to go back this direction and kill off a couple more guys. Leave that fog gate closed. And just take a quick look at these guys. If I had my halberd, I could do the power attack and hit all of them at one time. Unfortunately, I just have the axe equipped right now, so it'll work alright. I'll survive. Alright, so we've gotten all those guys taken care of. As you can see, the dragon is still burning that bridge, but we can make a real quick run here, grab some moongrass, run back this direction. We don't want to get caught by that dragon's breath. It will kill you real fast. Another undead, hero soul, crescent moon. There's a bunch of other stuff in the middle of the bridge, but we're not going to fool with that much right now because there's really no point in it. We'll come back, we'll clear out the level. That's the fog gate for the next area. We're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to go back down, across underneath the bridges. So here we go, compound short bow. This is what we came here for. This is going to allow us to be able to defeat our dear friend, the armored spider. Aiming in this game for the bow is a lot better than it was in Kingsfield. Kingsfield was a difficult game to play, especially because you didn't have any reticle, you didn't have any way to tell where you were actually aiming. So you just had to fire a couple of test arrows and hopefully one of them hit and you could just stay on that one trajectory. At least with Demon Souls and Dark Souls as well, you have some form of reticle where you can see where you're aiming, some form of crosshairs. Really, World 1-2 is not that tough. The boss is a little more difficult, but the world itself is pretty linear and pretty straightforward. This is going to be a little tough though right here. A good rule of thumb is to just take off all your clothes. Take off all your armor, get him to burn the bridge here. And as he burns that bridge, run back the other direction and take care of that bridge as well. So we're going to lure him into burning this area right here. If we can just get him. Come on. Come on, dragon. Where are you? Ah, here you come. He's going to burn that bridge, so we're going to run this direction. And we're going to run all the way through here. We're not going to stop to get any of the items. We're just going to keep going. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, he hit me. Not with the fire, but hit with his feet. So that's fine. Looks like he tagged me there. That's cool. I'm not dead. If I had been hit directly by that fire, I would have been dead. But luckily, I'm not. Alright, so heal up real quick. We're just going to run back to the Archstone and warp back to the armored spider. Go ahead and defeat him so we can move on next time with a few other areas of the game. Oh man, I hate those phalanx guys. Those guys are really annoying. This is actually the very first level I was ever invaded on when I was playing this game. It got my heart thumping, I'll tell you that much. That's why I stay in soul form. Okay, we're back in the Nexus. I've suited back up. We went ahead and we purchased a couple of arrows. We have 75. I actually want to get a few more. As you can see, we only have 19 souls though, so what do? Well, this is where we can start using our unknown soldier souls, our hero souls, and all of that. By using these, it will give you a set amount of souls. I got 200 there, there's 800 there. That's going to give us enough money to go ahead and buy a few more batches of arrows. I want to make sure I have enough. Here's what I worry about, getting into the boss level, running through all my arrows and find out I don't have enough to kill him.
You come back alive.
135 arrows should be plenty to take care of him. So now we just go ahead and warp back into 2-1. We're going to fast forward to the boss door so you don't have to watch it go through the whole level all over again. Alright, and here we are. We've entered into the armored spiders. You can see right here, we can hit him with our bow. We don't take off a lot of damage, but we are protected back here. We will get hit with some of his web, but compared to his fire attacks and compared to his leg sweeps, web attack really doesn't do much damage. So all we have to do is just keep pummeling him with arrows. Just keep shooting arrows. Don't stop. Watch your life. Make sure you don't get too low, because he will hit you with those web attacks. But for the most part, you are much safer taking that than you are taking a fireball to the face. So, again, just keep on shooting. The armored spider itself is an annoying boss. I wouldn't call him hard, especially not with a bow and arrow, but he is annoying. If you get close enough to him, you can melee him, and the good players out there will melee him. But I just don't want to try that. I'm going to play this game as I would play it back in the day. We're just going to push through. We're going to use our bow and arrow here. So we're just going to keep pummeling this guy with arrows. Eventually, he will go down. It may take a little bit of time, and I'll kill him before he kills me at this rate. So that's a good thing. Really, he's not that bad. Ranged, he's stupidly easy. Melee is a little more challenging. That's why I don't do melee too much, because I don't want to die a whole bunch of times. I'm just not going to do it. And keep in mind, too, I have a ton of souls that have dropped right below him from my previous time that I was actually fighting him. So our goal here is to not die so we can go back and get more souls. That's kind of the whole idea here. That's why we went and did ranged attacks, because it's a lot easier to kill him using ranged, and I would probably die going up to try to even get my souls. So we're just going to hang back and shoot him with arrows. So remember, we start off with 135 arrows, now in the upper 50s. So we've used quite a few arrows. If we had come in with 75, we would have been out by now. So we have revived. Now we're back in body form. Boom, there's the trophy for the armored spider. We're going to grab our souls. Ooh, there you go. 5950. Add it on. There we go. So now I have a whopping 12,763 souls. That's going to be able to level up no problem right there. That is the archstone leading back out to the Nexus. We're going to take this opportunity though to grab a few other things off to the side here. There we go. And this is the archstone right here. Now if I go through that tunnel right there, I get into the next area. I'm not going to do that though, because that would most likely get me killed, and I don't want to lose all that souls. So we got a nice pure spider stone, and we got the armored spider's soul. So back to the Nexus we go. Let's go ahead and deposit some stuff and get moving on the next area. Now, the first thing I want to do before I do anything else is I want to go ahead and kill myself, because I don't want to be running around in body form. But that's the first thing I really want to do, because I don't want to be in human form when I go into some of these levels. And I know you're probably thinking, well, why not? Because I'll be invaded. Chances are I will be invaded, and I don't like being invaded, especially when I'm trying to do a let's play or when I'm trying to go through a certain area or show something off and boom, you get invaded. It's just annoying. I've actually had that experience with Dark Souls, and I do plan on playing Dark Souls and kind of going through the game, but I don't want to have to fight the enemy, the bosses, the levels, and invaders. So I'm just not going to worry about it. And we're definitely going to level up. So now for leveling up, there's a good chance that I'd want to put some stuff into faith, because we are a miracle build, so I'm going to raise my faith by a few points here. And I wouldn't mind having some more endurance. Dexterity would be good too, so I'll actually do a couple in dexterity. It's good for right now. Alright. Drop a few things off at Stockpile Thomas. If I were you, I wouldn't run around with a lot of equipment on yourself. I would drop most of it off at Stockpile Thomas. Don't overburden yourself. Trust me, there's a lot of stuff you can pick up in different parts of the game, so you don't want to be overburdened. So drop all the weapons I don't need. Definitely drop my shields I'm not going to use. I'm going to keep my bow with me though, and probably keep some arrows with me as well. Drop my heavy arrows, there's no problem there. Rings don't weigh much at all, so there's a good chance I can keep most of the rings. I'm going to drop the ones I don't need and keep my main 3 rings. Herculean Strength, Cling Ring, and then the Thief's Ring. Now, you don't have to drop your souls off because they don't weigh anything, but it's not a bad idea to drop anything else. Extra items you don't need, or throwing knives, or anything you don't want on you. You can drop some ephemeral stones as well. I usually keep 1 on me. I usually keep a few Ed's Grindstone, so this time we're going to just keep 1 Ed's Grindstone on us. And that's going to be that. So now we have to figure out where we're going to go next. At this point, we have a choice of either the Tower of Latria, that's World 3. This is a difficult level, but not that bad. We can go to World 4, the Shrine of Storms, which is a very difficult place to fight, or we can go to the Valley of Defilement, World 5. I don't like any of that stuff, so I'm going to go with Tower of Latria. So tune in next time, where we're going to go ahead and attempt our first run as a Tower of Latria. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, rate, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys later back here on 3GB Solo Play.